Hey guys, it's me Jace and I'm super excited. This is a super beautiful bracelet created by a very talented young loomer from Canada, and her name is Loombugs right there, and this is called the Garter Stitch bracelet. This one was a real challenge for me. It took me a lot of weeks. And I really sincerely apologize to Loombugs for it, because this was really something that I've been working on for a long time, and I tried and tried. For some reason, it really confused me. Mainly because, well, the way I figure is that I do not do knitting. So the concept of working on it was a bit of a challenge since I got used to the usual looping of bands. But finally got it! Oh my god, after so many tries. And some people have actually been posting this based on a flippergram already. So for those who are not good in following flippergrams, this is your best opportunity to make this fantastically beautiful bracelet. Okay, look at that. It's gorgeous. Okay, this is the basic pattern that she started with. So what happened is that this one is the sequence. Okay, there you go, sequence that we started with, and it's all in single lines. This is the one I'll be teaching you today because this is the easiest to remember, and then you can play around with your patterns. I made another one with a different color pattern so you can see the effect. This one was inspired by Liko_D. So thank you, Liko, or DIY. It could be DIY. So thank you for that idea. It looks fabulous. Okay, here, see, it's beautiful. I love this bracelet so much. And this one is for an adult wrist like mine. This would be about 40 rows of bands. Okay, this is about 40 rows, because one segment that you see here, that is two bands, two sets of rows. Okay, this segment that you see here, that's 2 rows of bands. Okay, and then another one I did diagonal pattern. These two used 5 rows only, while this used 7. So you can do 3. It's actually very easy to make. So, and you can make it even bigger, like a whole blouse. I'm just kidding. But you can do 10. It depends on how long you want it. This is 7 bands, 7 rows of bands. Okay, and this one is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5, 5, 7. So depending on how thick you want it, that's how thick it is on my wrist. It's kind of big, so I like the 5 just enough. See? So pretty. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, by the way, Loombugs shared with me that the reason she thought of this design was that she was trying to find a way to knit using bands, and so she saw her mom knitting, who is a very good knitter, and she saw that there was this vintage garter that she was doing, and so, oh, not vintage garter, the garter stitch. Why did I say vintage garter? It's because of the design that I worked on before. Anyway, so I actually did the rendition of that. Anyway, I'm talking so much. Too long introduction. Okay, so this is the garter stitch bracelet created by Loombugs. Okay, and I am going to teach it to you now. So I will use 2 colors, green and yellow, and that's what we will do. So I'll be using the green for the outside rows and yellow inside. Okay, so okay, let me see. You will be needing 2 hooks, 2. Okay, and the first thing that you need to do is to get 5 cap bands on your hook, following the sequence that you want. And so our first sequence is the green first, 1 cap band here, followed by the yellow, since we are alternating, 2, followed by the green again, 3, followed by the yellow again, 4, and lastly another green, 5. Okay, now if you want to do more, you can do all the way to 7. It depends on how long your stick is actually. So what you do is just move some of them down. Okay, so in that sequence, and the first thing that you need to do is, I put my bands in front of me because it's easier to get them from there. No, wait, where did I put them? Anyway, so all you have to do is to get the first cap band. This is just the beginning. Okay, place your hook inside that first cap band. Okay, and get the same color and place it on the hook like that. You have to be very good with your hands. I'm holding 2 here. So like that, and then simply keep it like that. Keep it, oops, sorry. You have to keep it out there. Okay, this is how you hold it. And then you have to move this band over to this side. Just like that. Okay, now slide this down a bit. Then you will go to the next band. So the next band is the yellow. Put those two bands again. And then you close. See? You know what color next to place because it's the band that's here. So you get your yellow. Place it on your hook again. I suggest putting it on your index finger already and then just getting your hook in there. And then hold it out. Then you place the next band on it and release it from the one on the left. So just like that. Okay. Then the next is you get the next band again here. So after this one, you get your next cap band. Place it in there, on there rather. Then close your band again. So every time you get something from the left, you close this. Okay. And then after you close, you add another band because this is the color. So you get your green. Catch it like that. And then once again you move this over. Okay, bring it down a bit, then get the next one, the yellow. It will be easier in the next sequences. Okay, there, then close. I almost got confused. Okay, so there, then you get the yellow. Now if you want to make this faster, there's an easier way. Look, so you place the next band on there, right? This is when you're used to it already. It's actually much faster to do like this. Remove here and then remove from the hook. That's it. Okay, it's also one of the reasons why it took me long to film this. I needed to make sure I got the method properly, or at least something that makes it easier for everyone. Okay, then you get the last one, the fifth. Get it there, and then close. And you add the last band on the right, which is the green again, this one. So you get the green, and then simply unloop it. There. And then you close. Now, what's important to double check is to make sure that you have your bands in the correct sequence, meaning the first band has to be correctly this two, the second one has to be these two, the third one has to be these two. So if ever there are bands that are crossed over like that, then they tend to do that, make sure you fix it, okay, before you continue, because otherwise it will mess up your whole pattern. Okay, so this is where it ended up, right on your right hand. Then you switch hands already and turn it around. So the bands should be facing the right. Okay, your cap band should be on here, this side. So now you will begin to work with two again, 2 by 2. So it's exactly the same steps. So you get your first two here. It's exactly the same way you did with the cap bands. This is so easy now that I know it. So you get the first green like this. Place it on the hook. And then remove. And then close. There. Okay? Then you will get the next two. So it's like remove and then get the next two. It's like that. There. And then close this. And then add the yellow again. Yellow. And then make sure. Okay, here is where it gets tricky sometimes. You have to make sure, because you have this kind of a loose band right here. Make sure when you lift this, this does not go with it, because it will also mess up the design. So this has to stay down there. So what I do, just to make sure it doesn't go up, I hold my thumb down there and then I remove the two bands. So the green stays. So now you see, it's there. Has to remain there. Okay? So now you get the next two again. So these two greens. Sorry if I keep moving around. It's a bit hard to keep this. Do not move around when you're doing this. It's two hooks at the same time. So there, and then you close again. There. Okay. Something's itchy at my back. So now you have that there. You will get the green. Always make sure this loose band stays, okay? So you get the green, place it on your hook, hold it out, and then hold down this yellow this time. Make sure it's only the two bands that go out. Then remove it from the other side. Okay, so you can push this up a bit. There. Okay, then you pick up the two yellows again. Okay, and then close. And then you get the yellow. Yellow. Hold this down. Release. And there. And then you pick up the next two. Okay. And then you close. And then you get the other green. This one. So you have to close that whole sequence. And then you release again. Release. So now you've got that there. Okay, so you kind of want to move this down a bit, just a little, and then from there you will move it to the left, then turn it around again. So the bands on the hook should always be facing inside, okay, because those are the ones you'll be working on next. So check the bands again, make sure they're in the correct order. Then you can begin again. See, that's the first one. In the beginning, it doesn't look like much, okay, and we might even think it doesn't look nice, but believe me, it's beautiful when it's finished. So we start over. So once again, just so that you're familiar with the sequence, the first step is get your band, place it on your index finger like this, same color as that. Then now the first step is to pick up the first two. So pick up first two, okay, first step. Second step is place new band. Oops, sorry. Place new band. It keeps rolling. It's because my hook is not slippery. Okay, place the new band right there. Okay, there. Okay, and then release. 1, 2. Okay, after the release, pick up next two bands. Yellow. There, next two bands. Okay, after you pick up the next two bands, you close the one you're holding. Close. Okay, and then you will get the next color, which is the yellow. Then put it on the hook and then release again. Yellow. Release. Okay, and then pick up the next two again. And then close. And then pick up the green again. Keep this loose band controlled so that it doesn't slide off. Release again the two. And then pick up the next two. And then close. And get the next yellow. One there. Release. And then get the next two. And close. And then get the green. So basically it's that's it. Again and again and again. So release again. And close. Okay? And then you go back to the other side again. It's gonna be a bit hard to finish like the entire bracelet because it takes a bit of a lot. It takes quite some time, but I wish I could show you just how beautiful it will end up. But I will try to do maybe 2 more sequences so you can get the gist of how it will be. Okay, so again, start again. Get your new band. Get the first two. Place the new band on the hook. Release. right and left, and then get the 2 new bands, yellows. They should always be in pairs. Close. And then yellow again. Release right and left. And then pick up here. And then close. And then get the green again. Release right and left. And then pick up the next 2. Okay. And then close. Get the yellow again. Release right and left, right, and then left, and then get the last 2. Sorry. Last, oh, there. And then close. And then get the green again. Release and close. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da! See? So, one last time, and then I will show you how to close it. Okay? So, one last time. Get the green. And then, oops. Sorry. What's happening? Why? I think it's alive. It keeps going boing, boing, boing. Then you put it on the hook. Release right and left. And then pick up the new 2 yellows. And then close. And get the yellow. Release right and left. Right and left. Then pick up the new 2. It's hard with the wooden one, it's so thick. There, and then close. Then pick up the green again. Oops. Yeah, there you go. Green again. Release right and left. And pick up the new 2 again. Close. And get the yellow. Release right and left, right and left. And then pick up the other 2, the last 2. And then close. And lastly, get your green. Put that down there. And release. And then you close. Ta-da! See? More or less gives you an idea already. Looks messy because the dual layered bands are white and yellow, so please don't get confused, but that's how it looks in the beginning. Like I said, it doesn't look like much when you start. Okay, now if you're going to close this, all you have to do is to actually split this into half. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, so 5 bands each. Okay, so 1 here, and then another single band for the next 5. See? There. Okay. That's just really how it is. And then you will attach it to these 2 here and these 2 here. Okay? So, basically that's how you close it. Now, just to make sure that you get it, remember, for this, you need to do it 40 times for an adult. Maybe 35 for someone who has a smaller wrist, but 40 to an adult. And then, if you want to make your pattern in a straight line, you can do so alternating colors. If you're going to do it diagonally, what I did here was I actually plotted the bands. So here is how I did it. Blue, maroon, yellow, blue, maroon, so you just put it in sequence 40 rows upwards. And if you do it this way, it's the same way. Okay, these are 6. These are 6 bands. Okay, these are 6. These are not just 2 or 4. So these are 6. So to make that square, okay, 6 bands. These are 2 rows of white. Okay, so you know that you have to double for each segment. It's twice the number of bands. Okay, so anyway, this is the extremely beautiful garter stitch bracelet created by the fantastic Loombugs on Instagram. And when you make it, please don't forget to hashtag Jace Alvarez garter stitch bracelet and Loombugs, and please make it because it's one of the most beautiful bracelets, even very challenging, but still when you make it, it's the most beautiful bracelet. So thank you, and I'll see you in my next tutorial. Bye.